How to easily add technical indicators in Thinkorswim is what this beginner Thinkorswim tutorial will be about. As you see, I have the Thinkorswim desktop platform opened up here with the paper money version. We're under the monitor tab, so let's move over to the chart tab. I have a few technical indicators already set up here. I have a average true range, ATR, an expected move customized indicator already set up in here. I have a 200-day simple moving average set up in here. And by default, Thinkorswim will have a volume indicator here that comes with a default of blue color. If you want to change this blue color volume to match the green and red of the candles, or to remove it, you would come to this gear icon here, the chart settings, left click that, go under appearance, and you can check this little circle here, color as symbol ticks. If you do that, that is going to change your volume to be the same as the symbols. Notice this one is gray. This is gray or white because dojis are gray or white in Thinkorswim. So now we've got our volume colored the same as the candles. But if you want to take this volume off and use a little more sophisticated volume indicator, then we could come here to this gear icon, chart settings, move over to equities, deselect show volume subgraph. Now, if you trade options, futures, forex, and you want to do the same thing, that's where it's at. So now when we click on this, the volume, standard volume indicator has went away. Now to add a little more sophisticated volume indicator, we can go back to this beaker icon. We can go here to studies. You can do the quick study. There's a variety of them here. Add study. There's a variety of them listed. Edit studies. I like edit studies the most because then I can use the search. One thing to be aware of when you're searching for indicators is sometimes the way that they're listed in Thinkorswim might not be the way that you are used to saying it. For example, uh, there's a volume indicator that I've always called the average volume. But when I look up average volume, look at that. It's not listed. So sometimes you just have to reword it. Volume average. There it is. So I'm going to select that, add selected, click apply, and then click OK. If I was done and I wanted to keep this just the way that it is, then I would go here, click that, go down to save grid as, because I have two monitors, it pops up on the other one, and then click save. So we know we can add, edit, remove anything with indicators under this beaker icon. Another place to access it is here. Something else that we can do is left click, go down to studies, and then we have the same choices here, which I personally think the easiest is just coming to this beaker icon and it pulls up the edit studies. Let's add another one, a pretty popular one. This one is called the MACD. Obviously, we get that in, we see it right here. So we're going to select that, add selected, hit OK. So now we have a variety of indicators set up here. But sometimes there's so many indicators that it gets difficult to read the charts. So Thinkorswim offers us something really wonderful. Let's go back up to our edit studies beaker. See these little eyeballs? If we want, we could click that, and then the studies are still in the charts for us, but they've disappeared off the chart momentarily. So we're able to have a cleaner look at reading the charts. And if we want to take a look at what's the volume for the day. All right, we can do that. Okay, if we're done with the volume, we want to take a look at the MACD. Take a look at like that. Something else to be aware about is that some of the studies, if you have them organized a certain way, they might not appear in a pleasant manner on your chart. So for example, right now you see we have the volume is above the MACD. Well, what if I wanted the volume below the MACD? What would happen? So I'm going to click down, right? Or I could click up here on the MACD, either way. But now I have the average volume below the MACD. But look what happens. It gets all blended. If for some reason you wanted to be able to view both of them, and you didn't like the idea of um, having them both on the same chart, you can go over to another chart. See, there's all these different boxes in here. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but I'm using this many right here. I can see that line around there. You can put different amount of indicators on different things. See, I have the average volume here. So we could do something like that. And then remove this one if I wanted. And just switch back and forth. I personally, well, I personally don't really use the MACD, and I just like keeping the volume hidden until I'm ready to pull it up. But it's kind of like driving a car. You set it up the way that you want. Just because I like to sit up straight, maybe you want to be laid back. So that's a easy way to add indicators to the Think or Swim platform.